Hello, this is Pastor Micah from Life Journey United Church of Christ. Many blessings to each of you during this Advent season. I want to wish each of you the brightest and the best as we continue on this Advent journey together. This season is always a busy time for me as a pastor, but I'm a little behind this week. Our reflection is arriving a little later than usual. And though there are many reasons, one reason is that as a part of my holiday preparations, I've been making some time for some family and friends going through hard times. Just this week, I had two friends who faced serious losses. One who I spent a good deal of time with last night is a good friend of mine who's a pastor in Burlington, who suddenly, early this week, had his brother die unexpectedly. Also, right after I record this reflection, I am meeting a good friend from seminary whose grandfather just died, intubated for COVID-19. Spending time with these friends and others who've been facing loss reminds me of how much loss and trauma all of us are carrying this season. I think about my friends and how this holiday must feel to them. And I see others close to me struggle to find light and laughter in the midst of their grief. And I realize a lot of us face much darkness this Advent and this Christmas. In my reflection this week, I want to acknowledge the pain everyone may be carrying, to acknowledge for all our desire to feel holiday cheer, that it is not always easy to do so. Yet, as someone close to me reminded me recently, is not such darkness and pain, is not such mess and muck a part of the Christmas story. After all, the central image of Christmas is not really the tree behind me, but what you can't see to my left, which is the nativity scene Paula and I have put up for the holidays. This is the image of Jesus and the Holy Family sitting in a manger. And mangers sound pretty, but what they really are is something close to a stable for animals, a barn. There, the Holy Family at Jesus' birth, we're nearly exposed to all the elements. And if you've ever been in a barn, you know that it reeks of something I ain't going to say in church. It does not usually smell great. Put a bunch of animals in a stable, and that happens. It is important to remember the bleakness of the first Christmas as we face the bleakness of our own. As the carol in the bleak midwinter reminds us, there was a starkness to the first Christmas. In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan. Earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow, in the bleak midwinter long ago. This Christmas, remember that darkness and pain does not remove the miracle of Christmas, but is a part of it. It is into the darkness of human life that Christ comes. In fact, a womb like the womb that carried Jesus is dark. There's no light there. But that is where life is. And it is only through the pain of Mary's labor She didn't have any of the painkillers we give in the hospital now for childbirth. It is that darkness and pain that allows Jesus to be born to the world. As Leonard Cohen reminds us in his classic song, Anthem, there is a crack in everything, and that is how the light gets in. Henry Nouwen, in his daily devotional that I've said I try to read every morning, You Are the Beloved, he puts this well when he writes, Joy does not come from positive predictions about the state of the world. It does not depend on the ups and downs of circumstances of our lives. Joy is based on the spiritual knowledge that while in the world in which we live, things may be shrouded in darkness, God has overcome the world. Jesus says it loudly and clearly. In the world you have troubles, but rejoice, you have overcome the world. The surprise of Christmas is not that unexpectedly things turn out better than expected. No, the real surprise is that God's light is more real than all the darkness, that God's truth is more powerful than all of human lies, that God's love is stronger than death. May we each, whatever we carry, whatever darkness we face, know you and I are not alone. God is with us. Christ is with us. Christ's light shining on us. May that light brighten our every darkness, helping renew joy even in the midst of sorrows. And I hope you are able to join us the next 2 Sundays as we celebrate Christmas, the Sunday before and the Sunday after Christmas. And be watching for a Zoom link on our Facebook page and on email for our on Zoom from home Christmas Eve communion service. But whether you can join us in person or online or not, know that from the bottom of my heart, I and my home want to wish you and all in your home whatever joy and light and celebration and new beginning and hope this Christmas season can offer. Merry Christmas, and know that the Christ child is with you now, as always. Bless you all.